dfzradio.com.
And now live, it's the Beer 30 show right here on dfzradio.com with host Dino and the other guy.
All right. Live with the other guy on dfzradio.com. Beer 30 is what you're listening to right about now. On this cold winter night, man. It's cold, it's breezy. I don't know where you are, but right here in Wusstown, where
It's
we're
cold for Southern California.
for in Wussy Town, and when you're not used to any diversity when it comes to weather. Today's like a cold, breezy, just wintry day for me.
You're still in flip-flops.
I'm in flip-flops and jacket and jeans and everything else, but I never take the flip-flops off. That's like a rule for me. Unless I'm working and they make me wear steel-toe boots, I'm in sandals, just chilling.
Nice.
Just chill. I am your host, Dino. This is the Beer 30 show. It's not the other guy. It's Cody. Cody, he sits across from me every single show.
Every show.
Except for the last show where she's going to ditch us for Costa Rica.
That's right. What's happening, Beer 30 Nation? Good to be here.
It's good to be here. We got another guest in house. We got special guest, right? Black Market, right? Wow. Black Market out of Temecula.
Yeah.
In-house. Another local brewery. We want to thank you for coming in, Aaron.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Aaron, is your official title head brewer?
That's it.
Head brewer over at Black Market. You said you've been over there for a good 5 years, but they've been there a little over 6 years, huh?
Yep. Yes, sir. It's our 6th anniversary this year.
Nice.
So you're a nice local brewery. We get your bottles all the time. It's just distributed around here very well. How far really does Black Market get out there?
We're distributed all over Southern California. We have a little bit of beer in Oregon and Washington, a little bit in Canada and Florida.
Oh, so you get out there a little bit.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Yeah, all right. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you become into craft beer and then eventually head brewer at Black Market?
Well, basically, it all started, like over 20 years ago. I was into craft beer. There wasn't much craft beer back then. There's a lot of Sam Adams and Sierra Nevada and stuff like that.
Of course.
So we found whatever craft beer we could find, and we were way into that. And then my dad actually got me this really crappy home brewing kit.
Oh yeah.
And it was great at the time.
It's not your 15-barrel system.
No. For what but compared to the home brewing setups they have now at the homebrew shops, you can get in there and those guys will dial you in with like great equipment, and you can make your first batch could be like a really great batch of beer. But
you had to take many steps to get to that.
Back in the 1990s, it was a little bit different.
What was your first batch of beer?
Yeah, what was the difference?
Well, I don't know. It was some kind of pale ale, but it was terrible. But I was like 21, 22, living with some buddies, and we didn't care. We drank it anyway. It was I made a bunch of garbage beer. We drank all of it. So
yeah, it's beer at the end of the day.
No, that's the thing. No matter what, it's still beer. So even if it's terrible, it's still beer.
The more you drink, the better it gets.
And it's much cheaper when you brew it on your own.
Yeah, especially like the farther you get into it, like the more basic you can get the ingredients down to, the cheaper it gets. So if you can get down to brewing with the base grains and the hops, it can actually be really economical to make your own beer.
Nice. So you drank craft beer, you brewed craft beer.
Yeah.
How'd you make that next step to professional craft beer style?
Well, basically, when the economy started turning down, and I was working in construction, and I was unemployed, and I heard Black Market might be hiring. So I went down there and I made up like this craft beer resume, kind of not like it was like a home brewing resume.
Yeah.
And I took it in. They said, "Come in and come in and do an interview, and then they hired me. So
That's pretty awesome, actually. I'm sure we have some listeners who are home brewers dreaming they may brew at a brewery one day. What was
Professional.
on your home brew resume? How do you put that together? What shit were you bullshitting on? And
it was. I
Had
mean,
you-
I'm not sure that would always work. I think there was a little bit of luck involved, but
Yeah.
I might have been the best of the worst of the applicants they had. But I mean, it was like just all the stuff I knew about the brewing process and how to do all the different things. And
Had you
Right.
had you entered any contests or anything like that before that, or just kind of just brewed at home?
just at home. I mean, all my friends liked it, and I wasn't really into contests.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of work to enter contests, and I just didn't. I liked the beer I was making, and my friends liked it, and
That's all you needed to know,
that was good enough for me.
right? And obviously good enough for Black Market. They hired you on. You've been there 5 years,
Yeah.
head brewer these days.
Yeah.
You guys produce, I feel like quite a bit of beer out of that 15 barrel system, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're somewhere. I think we're shooting for around 6,000 barrels this year.
nice.
So yeah, I mean, 15 barrels. I brew usually 5 days a week.
5 days a week. Yeah, you just getting it in. How many? Tell us about the tap room, because I haven't been able to make out the tap room. Is it open 5 days a week, 7 days a week? What do we got there?
We're open 7 days a week from 12 to 9. It's a pretty big tap room. We got 2 bars, and we have TVs, and you have a good brew of the good view of the brew house. And
How many beers do you usually have on tap?
probably have around 15 beers on tap regularly. So
Yeah, I was checking out you guys' website, blackmarketbrew.com. They have a nice website, first of all, really good layout and everything.
Nice.
But the tap list, nice updated tap list right there on the homepage.
Wide
with
varieties.
description. Had something on nitro there. I have
Some
some
good stuff.
pepper cherry or pepper chocolate doppelbock or something I saw on there.
yeah, occasionally we get a chance to brew some different stuff. Get those on tap, and then sometimes we could do nitro variations of some of our regular beers, which is nice. People like that.
That's nice about brewery tasting rooms. You always get something special.
You got to get the special stuff when you roll
Yeah,
in. You
for
know, you can't
sure.
just serve the regular stuff when you got them in house, right? So a larger style tap room. You have a few beers definitely on tap. What did you bring us to drink tonight? I know we're going to start off with this pumpkin super. What is it? The
Superstition?
Superstition. Very superstitious about this pumpkin ale. But we're going to drink that first. What else did you bring for us tonight?
Oh man, you're gonna make me break down the whole
Oh
list.
no, I guess not. We'll
No, I'm
save
kidding.
it
I'm
for
kidding.
later.
We have our Aftermath Pale Ale also. I mean, actually, it's our Aftermath IPA. I'm sorry.
IPA.
We have our rye IPA and our 6th anniversary Old Ale and our cherry sour. And did I miss one?
We got beers for days.
Yeah,
Beers for days.
Tell us about this superstition and like ABV. What type of? You told us. I asked if there's like full pumpkins or whatever. You used a pumpkin concentrate or a pumpkin
it's
powder.
Powder pumpkin.
And it's basically the easiest thing to kind of work with when it comes down to brewing the beer.
Yeah, pumpkin's weird because it's it's kind of, I don't know, it's a weird consistency. It's weird in the boil. It's weird if you put it in the mash.
Well, have you carved a pumpkin, man? Taking all those
fucking
guts
weird,
out,
man.
That's gross.
Yeah. Well, we did canned pumpkin before, and you got guys like
Yeah.
opening a million cans and then trying to dump all that goop into
Yeah.
the beer. It's a
Yeah.
mess, and then the flavor you get out of that is minimal.
Yeah.
So we got this pumpkin powder, and that seems to be working pretty well for us.
So you get the
So-
pumpkin powder. You also add some spices, right? And kinda
Yeah, it's
get those
basically like
holiday-
pumpkin pie type spices, seasonal spices. It's like a pumpkin pie blend. So you get that. It's not over the top. It's just it gives you a hint of that holiday, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas type flavor.
Yep.
All the holiday things that you like.
I guess being smack dab in the middle of Halloween and Thanksgiving, it's time to drink up one of these beers.
Yeah.
Have you had any of this yet, Dino?
No, I don't. No, I haven't had
You're
any.
finishing off that pre-game.
Is that what you have?
Cisco beer.
Yeah, I was loving that thing up. Is that it right there?
Yeah, this is
Can you
the
show them what's up?
Superstition.
Tell them what's up.
Superstition by Black Market Brewing.
Label out, bro.
Coming in at, what did we say, 6.8% ABV. Yeah, I mean, to me, it hits all those points. The pumpkin spice aroma is there. The follows with the flavor, nice and smooth. Nothing overbearing. Nothing like too kind of like harsh or extracty or syrupy. It's just a nice, smooth. I'd say just a great autumn beer. Nutmeg, cinnamon, all those standard kind of pumpkin pie spices. I'm getting a little bit in the aroma, but the flavor is really there. Yeah, I like it. A lot of the pumpkin beers sometimes are too much, Sometimes they're just like too sweet or too sticky and icky. And this
Too
is
sticky.
yeah. I
and
mean, I don't
icky.
know if I'd ever think anything was too sticky icky.
Right.
But this one is more just like a smooth, refreshing type of pumpkin beer.
With like a great malt backbone to it. You got those cinnamon flavors that are kind of working nicely. I'm never quite sure what pumpkin actually tastes like, but this one has, that's what those kind of seasonal spices come in for me to make it so familiar about pumpkin pie or whatever.
Well, I think the thing is, I mean, most people don't care what pumpkin tastes like. What people care about what pumpkin pie tastes like.
Exactly.
And a lot of breweries don't even put pumpkin in their beer and their pumpkin spice beers.
They just spice it up.
Right, because it's like that's what people are looking for is a spice.
That's so
So the pumpkin is like if you know what you're looking for, you can definitely taste the pumpkin in this. But most people don't even care. Like that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for that pumpkin spice holiday flavor.
Yeah,
They're looking for the nutmeg and the cinnamon and the allspice and all that stuff.
That aroma is really there, and if you're really nostalgic, it'll bring you back to those types of days where you're at the family table eating some pumpkin pie. And it's got a real nice malty backbone, like I said, to it. Not too sweet at all. Kind of has a dry finish on the tail end. Really kind of a nice beer. It's a nice way to start off the night too, even though it's 6.8 ABV. It's not a strong beer for me. It might be a strong beer for someone at home, but to me, it's a nice smooth beer.
Smooth, doesn't taste strong. What? So you had pumpkin and all these spices. What's the base beer that you work with?
It's just kind of an amber ale base beer.
Is that is that standard for like all pumpkin beers, and then they build off of that, or is there?
I think that's pretty standard. I mean, it seems like maybe the color, works for the fall or what, I'm not sure, but yeah,
everything goes together.
Most of the ones I've tried have all been, that kind of amber ale. Or they do like a stout sometimes. They do like a dark beer. That's super spicy or pumpkin-y.
So this is obviously
Nice.
a seasonal beer for you guys. You guys
Yeah.
come out this every season.
Yeah, and people really dig it. And then we do at the tasting room. Some people they'll rim the glasses with some maple syrup and like cinnamon sugar.
Oh wow!
So
holy
Now you're going cocktail style.
I mean, if you're fancy,
You know what? We've never been called fancy before, but we can get fancy if we need to. But I don't think we've ever
maple
been.
syrup and cinnamon powder.
Yeah, cinnamon and sugar mixed together. Yeah.
Ooh-wee! Sounds
Yeah.
fucking good as fuck to me.
You need to break that up for the Christmas show, Dino. I'm
way down.
Here's a little specialty.
See, you know what I think
From
needs to
Black
be done? This pumpkin pie shit's overdone. I need pecan pie, which is the best pie in the world. And you will see some pecan pie beers, and they're out there. But I love the damn pecan pie. It's just overlooked too often, man. Bring it back.
I've never been much of a pie guy
Yeah,
myself.
yeah. You don't eat meat either, so
But
there's
pie, pecan pie, pumpkin pie. I mean, come on.
I mean, you don't eat pie or meat, dude. I don't think you could be on my show anymore.
Of like
I guess
one
it's our
bite,
show. I guess
of
it's
like
our
one
show.
bite, and I'll be like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Dude,
That's pretty good.
you don't like pie? Somebody call in and yell at this dude. 562-653-0707. This dude doesn't like pie, bro. There's something wrong with you. Do you know how many flavors of pie there are?
I know there's a lot. Chocolate pie,
I mean,
other flavors,
others, yeah,
other than chocolate.
outside of chocolate, yeah.
I've heard about it.
You know, that's an issue. That's an issue for
Is that
me.
what makes him the other guy?
Yeah, he's the other guy because he doesn't like pie. What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't like pie.
I don't like pie, but this pumpkin pie superstition
great,
beer,
though.
this is delicious. Everything about it's working well. 6.8% doesn't it drinks almost like a lighter ABV beer, but it's still full in terms of flavor and aroma. On the classic 4-beard scale, I'll give it a solid 3.5 beers.
Man, that's a super sick custom printed glass that you have there.
And thank you, Dean. Where can you get glasses?
We're gonna
like
talk
this?
to the guy who sent us. He sent us a case of these to show off his skills
Nice.
and I think our logo came out great on these awesome glasses. We're gonna talk to him, and you can get custom printed glasses. I think if you order, really soon, you can get them in by Christmas.
Nice.
You have to get, the busy times coming, but we're gonna talk to him. He'll tell you all about it, what you can do,
Yeah.
how many options there are, and everything for these sweet ass custom printed glasses. And we'll have him on in about 15, 20 minutes. But in the meantime, between time, I guess I have to. You know what, Saint? You're gonna beard rate this before I beard rate this. Well, you don't get to beard rate this then. Here, drink some beer.
Man, I feel right at home with this glass, man. I feel like that's me. Like, with the
Yeah,
hot
dude,
beard.
it's literally
There you
you.
go.
Look at you. Look at. We gotta take a picture of you, like with the glass next to your
Yeah,
face.
man.
Yeah, dude, it's a match, bro. I think I'm gonna go ahead. You said it kind of all. We've gone over. It's got the flavors. It'll make you think of the holidays. It'll make you think of pumpkin pie. It's not liquid pumpkin pie in my mind, but it's a nice little beer with all those kind of good seasonal trimmings on it. The malt works well without being too sweet. And even 3.2 is what I'm gonna give it.
3.2 beers.
Because it's a perfect day to drink this style of beer. It's the perfect
Yeah.
season and the perfect time in my mind.
Oh, the
It
leaves
kinda
are
works.
finally falling, you know?
It kind of works.
Yeah, it's cold. It's like 65 outside.
Right.
know,
It's
man.
cold, bro. It's cold.
You gotta put like a flannel on
like,
or something.
yeah, like,
know, right?
jeez.
Dino still don't wear shoes.
some
I don't wear
jeans.
shoes. I don't wear shoes. Yeah, we're gonna take our first break. We're gonna play a couple short interviews, maybe a song, and we'll be right back in about 3 minutes with much more Black Market and the custom printed glass guy, where you can find out where you can get awesome custom printed glasses like we did.
Yeah, check them out on Instagram on custom beer printed glasses.
DNZradio.com, beer 30 562-653-0707. Call in if you want to talk to the crew or Black Market.
I stay blown. Riding through the night, riding so tight. I do it every day, so I'm higher than the sky. Eyes bloodshot, yeah, I gotta stay high. You know how I do, yeah, I gotta get mine. And I stay on the grind, I call it the grizzle. I do it every day, yeah, I'm chilling with my nizzles. We smoking on the sour diesel, we getting blown and we do it every day. Chop up some more. DFZRadio.com.
Tonight's beer selection is brought to you by Stearns Liquor at 4360 East Stern Street, Long Beach, California, 90815, with a huge walk-in fridge and the best craft beer selection in town. Also available in their new location in Bixby Knolls at 4100 Atlantic Avenue, Long Beach, California, 90807. Make sure you check out Stearns Liquor to get your craft.
What's happening? It's the Coderia. You're listening to the Beer 30 Show on DFZRadio.com.
Side diesel in my blunt, apple drink in my cup. Someone tell the crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood, I'm drinking my cup. So I tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, my brain. Purple drink up in my cup. Crank it up, crank it on up. That's T, on SD. Got me smoking the best, no stress cheese. Now hold up, now roll up. Check the situation, about to go nuts. With a little bit of perp up in my cup. You could tell the bartender to fill it.
There it is, Duff Man here with the Beer Buzz Masquerade. I just ran into Dave, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Dave, what's up with you, man? Are you a Beer 30 fan?
Yes, I am. Every day.
Every day he's Beer 30ing it up. And Dave, what did you come here for? What is your favorite thing about the Beer Buzz?
The best part about the Beer Buzz is trying all the different beers for one price. You know, you can't beat it. And let's face it, a 5-ounce pour goes a long way. Got to pace yourself, but it's a lot of really great beers. There's a lot of really great costumes. There's a droid there is the droid I'm looking for over there. She's looking pretty hot. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's kind of fun. Everybody's in a good mood, having a good time.
There it is. And if you guys missed out on the Beer Buzz out here in the City of Industry, you guys missed out for real. There's some hot ass all around. You got to check it out. Beer 30, DFZ Radio. Monday nights, you can hear all about it because we're here right now and you're listening now. Oh, yeah. Oh, and then, hey, Dave, you're a Viking, right?
Yes, I am. I'm a Viking on vacation.
Yes, I can tell you're on vacation. You got the Hawaiian shirt with the Viking, and then that's awesome. Hey, thanks for coming out to the Beer Buzz Masquerade. Word 'em up.
Thanks. Cheers.
BFCRadio.com.
Baby, just you and me, cruising around town sipping Hennessy. If you wanna roll, then we take a stroll. You can just follow me. Maybe just you and me, cruising around town sipping Hennessy. If you wanna roll, then we take a stroll. You can just follow me.
Yeah, look, you like the way I walk and how would you talk? Sagging when we bellin', Mr. Sing-a-Low. Baby, you and me strolling on my block, sitting in the lag, drinking on some Hennessy. PYT, yeah, you pretty young thing. You looking right in them jeans, sexy brown skin. Now sit back and relax and let's ride out with the top down. LBC
Baby,
style.
just you and me, cruising around town sipping Hennessy. If you wanna roll, then we take a stroll. You can just follow me. Baby, just you and me, cruising around town sipping Hennessy. If you wanna roll, then we take a stroll. You can just follow me. Yeah. A shorty good, she lookin' right. She packin' fly, I look twice. Taking thighs are real nice. Come to the crib, girl, and you can spend the night. Relax and feel your cup. Feel your cup. Twist this and take a puff. Tell your girl that it's on tonight, and tell her she can come through too for a little bump and grind. I hit it once, hit it twice. Got this little chick that'll let me just ride. Baby, just you and me, cruising around town sipping Hennessy. If you wanna roll, then we take a stroll. You can just follow me. Baby, just you and me, cruising around town sipping Hennessy. If you wanna roll, then we take a stroll. You can just follow me. Yeah.
Yeah, baby, come stroll with a player. With a G, I'm about to show you what I'm made of. Hennessy, let's see where it take us. Sour tea in my blend, and we laughing at the haters. As we switch the lane up, never switch the game up. Rep the A before I came up, and never will I change up. So baby, let's ride. We can have the best time. Show you how the best ride and represent the West
Baby, just
Side.
you and me, cruising around town, sipping Hennessy. If you wanna roll, then we take a stroll. You can just follow me. Baby, just you and me, cruising around town, sipping Hennessy. If you wanna roll, then we take a stroll. You can just follow me. Yeah.
It's a Beer 30 show with Dino Flow.
We're back. DFZ Radio, Beer 30. Of course, Black Market in the house with us. Aaron, head brewer.
That's right.
You don't have some crazy like head brewer nickname like a lot of these guys have, like fucking.
I don't know. Maybe they call me asshole sometimes.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Even you know, even to your face, huh?
yeah. Well, I've earned it. I think.
You do
That's
look
a proud asshole right there.
You do look exactly like our logo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. But
I didn't know I was going for a hop cone with my beer, but now I'm like envisioning like a whole new thing.
It's emphasized.
see now next year's Halloween covered.
There it is.
Yeah, I mean, some creative dye work, I could make this happen.
Yeah, some green dye,
Hell
green
yeah.
glasses.
Yeah,
Yep.
We'll furnish you with some headphones.
yeah.
I want to try to transition that creative call into this. I think this style of beer that we're about to drink, it's creative. It's a different way to come up with a very tart, nice, delicious beer in a very quick way. Can you tell us about, first of all, the series, and then what beer you brought out of the series?
Well, I mean, this is the Tradecraft series. Basically, it's just our sour series. So we have our blackberry sour and our cherry sour. And they're both based on our Berliner Weiss recipe. So we have our 1945, that's our seasonal Berliner Weiss. And then, both these beers are basically based on that style of beer.
Nice. So, yeah, we had the Tradecraft Blackberry a few weeks ago.
Black Bear.
We had a little bit of that on the show.
So run us through the process.
It was delicious.
Yeah, hell yeah, it was delicious. Run us through the process of making this beer, how it gets so tart so fast.
Well, basically, we sour it on the hot side. So, I mean, it's common knowledge to a lot of home brewers and brewers that it's a way of doing it. But it's basically just we use lactobacillus and sour it warm in the kettle, and then that way we can we can bring it to a boil, and that kills the lactobacillus. And then from then on, we can just ferment it like a normal beer. So it's the process is just a couple days longer than making a regular beer.
Yeah.
But it gives you that sour flavor that sometimes takes a year or so.
Nice, yeah.
And so
So it really, it's got the tartness that you want. How did you get the cherry flavor on this? Is it fresh cherries? How did you go about that?
we use a cherry concentrate.
Yeah, cherry concentrate.
So that way, dealing with just the fruit is a nightmare, and you have a lot of loss of beer if you use the fresh fruit.
Right, soaks it up.
Yeah, the concentrates, it's clear. It's a clear, thick liquid, and it's real, all concentrated real fruit. But it's easier to deal with, and it's faster, and you don't have the loss that you would have with pure fruit.
This, this beer is fairly cheap when it comes to, it's like $6, right, for a 22. So it gives you
That's a good deal.
a bunch of these fruit flavors, kind of like a, fruit sour beer, but it's done very fast, and the cost is less for you guys, so the cost is less for us. I really like it. It's got a bunch of the cherry. I think I'm getting, like cranberry style flavors too. I'm getting, all types of kind of bouncing around flavors, but the cherry's very distinct. The tartness, well done. There's kind of like an end little bite to it, and then it kind of dries out. A really nice style beer. The Berliner, I've been not shy about. Like the Berliner Weiss style is like my favorite style of beer right now. So that I'm excited to see any of them come out, especially infused nicely with fruit, like we've seen the blackberries, cherries, whatever. For me, it's a delicioso beer. What are you getting over
Yeah,
there?
I mean, for something that's more of like a sessionable style sour, or even if someone's not familiar with sour beers and they want to try something different, I think this beer can expose people to those flavors, and get them into kind of like those sour beers without being overwhelming. And for me, I'm kind of a lightweight, so the low ABV is really nice. I could drink this and mow my lawn, as we say. Really
Lawnmower beer.
refreshing, really delicious. The cherries there, I get a lot of lemon. Yeah, and in the aroma, the flavor has more of that kind of cranberry tartness, with that kind of lemon drop tartness. And it dries out at the end. I like this beer.
Would you drink it with cherry pie?
Cherry pie?
Come on,
no,
buddy.
bro.
No.
I don't like pie.
That was a trick
Cherry on
question.
cherry.
Cherry on cherry,
Depends
man.
on what you mean by cherry pie. Though.
Oh, damn.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
What do you think about this beer? You brew this beer a lot. I don't. It's not your personal recipe, maybe, or is it? What do you think about this beer?
I like it. This kind of beer is great. I mean, you can drink. It's really approachable. I mean, you can drink a few of them and not worry about it too much. And I like the tartness, and I like how it's approachable. I mean, some people are afraid of sours, and for good reason, honestly.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of them take, some really, like, you really have to work up to some of these sours. I
Oh,
mean,
definitely.
The aroma on some of the hardcore sours are not pleasant,
They're
and
Oh, yeah,
an
that
acquired
funk.
taste.
yeah,
That
and I
straight
mean, you have to
funk.
really know what you're getting into. So I like
Right.
this kind of sour. At least it's easy to drink. It's easy for people who aren't sour drinkers to get into. So I think I think it's great.
It's a fruity Berliner.
It's delicious.
And it's really nice. I love the style. I love that you guys can this, right? You guys also can this. You can take this out to the frisbee golf course, whatever. And it's a perfect style of beer for the daytime. And they give you that. I'm just a sour fiend. That's like what I want now all the time. I just want to drink sours, and this kind of gives you that without all that heartburn, all that crazy gut, bubbles. But you also get the flavor and the fruitiness and all that great stuff too.
Wild yeast.
Yeah, and the cans are good because there aren't that many sours in cans right now, so it was a good time to start doing that. And I mean, honestly, the cans don't look like beer cans.
Just saying.
Take it.
Just-
take that however you
On
want.
Just saying.
on the road, on the beach, on the bicycle, on the
Nah,
skateboard.
whatever. I mean, I don't know.
You know, I'm
love cans.
I'm actually surprised I haven't seen people cracking down on that because you go to like a liquor store now and it looks just like soda shop. All the people who can now, and
like
then
energy
the most
drinks or whatever.
colorful,
Exactly,
crazy
yeah.
things. None of them look like beer.
That's what I love.
I'll
That's
take
what I
'em.
love. The St. Louis riding dirty,
Riding in my ride.
riding dirty.
But sours in a can, come on.
Right,
Can't go wrong.
sours in anything. Just give it to me.
Put it in my backpack.
See,
I'm gonna
bro.
go hiking.
Yeah, you give me beer on a hike, I could just go longer because I just
know.
won't care. I'm just
It's like
like
once, hey, we
like,
get to the peak, you get one beer. One beer, one bowl, and one beer on the way
just
back.
hanging in front of my head like a carrot, and I'll just chase after it up the hill.
That would be awesome.
Another nice little delicious beer. We've had the blackberry. Now we're having the cherry. You know my memory's shit, but I feel like I like the blackberry a little bit.
We gave it a good rating.
A little bit more.
You can check the archives at dfzradio.com where we rated the Tradecraft Blackberry on a previous episode. But now we're drinking the Tradecraft Sour Cherry, 3.8%.
Very
from
good.
Black Market Brewery. What do you think about this beer, Dino? You want to give it a beard rating?
What was the alcohol percentage?
3.8, just like their 1945 Berliner Weiss.
So the 3.8, you know, that's for me. I've always like, fuck it, more alcohol. But I really kind of am getting into this low sessionable style stuff. With, of course, it has to have the flavor though too. It can't just be fucking a blah beer, watery, whatever. Okay, here's a sessionable beer.
It has to be super good.
It's got to be good too, and it's got to do something like this, where it's just like kind of send your mouth for a wild ride for a second there. And this is every sip, you know, you can get this in 6-packs and cans.
Nice.
It's kind of unique and cool to me. I think all that's a bonus for me. You know, just. I'm trying to
shoot from the hip.
No, I'm trying to find negative things about it. I'm not finding much besides.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Nah. But I think it's a 3.5 because it's got a great flavor. It's got great tartness. It's got that super low ABV, makes it super drinkable at any time, any place, anywhere. I could easily drink a whole 22 of this, and you know, a lot of sours, you can't really do that because they're just too much. You share a whole bottle, and that's fine. But I can drink a bomber of this. And
it's hard to drink a whole bottle. I tried to drink a 22 of sour. Oh man, I got to the bottom. I was like, I couldn't do it.
You're like, you trying to be all boss about it, and then at the
it,
end, you're like, anybody want some? Anybody want some?
Nah, this is a $20 beer. You don't get none. And then by the end, you're like, dude, you should try this, bro. It's like super good. You could get chicks with this beer, I bet. This thing pours that, you know, nice red pink,
beautiful color,
nice bursty color, cherry, lemon drop aroma, follows with the flavor, a little bit more dryness, really nice. Easy drinking sour. I'm going to give it a 3.6 beards. I'm partial to the lower ABV beers, and I give extra points for canning and you know, all the nice things that go along with this beer.
Nice.
Saint, did you get any of this one?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think the sour the sour notes on it are perfect. I like a real strong sour. If I'm gonna drink a sour beer, I want it to be sour. I'm not looking for that funk, you know. I'm not looking for the barnyard hay taste or whatever it is. So yeah, like when I drink a sour, this is something I point towards, and has a nice aroma, nice look, easy finish. I'm gonna give it a solid 3.8 beards.
Oh, 3. Hey, you matching the ABV or what?
Oh, that was on accident too. No pun intended. Yeah.
Out of the two Tradecraft, which one is your favorite?
Is there 3 or 2?
There's 2.
Oh, I
mean the 1945 is.
It's just the standard. Is that year round?
It's a seasonal, so.
Oh, it's also seasonal.
No, these are year round.
But the 45 Berliner Weiss
is just a summer beer.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, so I think I prefer the blackberry, but I mean they're both similar, just personal preference.
Right.
Yeah, it's just that fruit flavor is going to be up to your preference.
Yeah.
Do you like the little darker fruit, or do you like this lighter tartar?
I think
I think this one's a little bit more tart, isn't it? Well, from what I remember, this one feels to have a really nice tart bite to it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It's kind of good.
I like the blackberry.
The only thing I want in this, what this does have, is an authentic fruit flavor. When it tastes like medicine fruit, when it tastes like cough syrup fruit, or when it tastes like, that's the only thing I really dislike when it comes to this style beer. This one has that authentic cherry, super tart. It also has like a cranberry feel, like I said earlier.
Yeah,
but
and it dances.
Definitely.
It does dance.
On
It's
the
got
tongue.
those
It's not
bubbly.
like the heavy syrup. mouthfeel.
What I like to do is after a sour beer is kind of follow that up with some hoppy beers.
Oh yeah.
So I went and grabbed the rye IPA here.
Sounds good.
Rye IPA is one of the ones you guys got a medal for, correct?
Yeah, we won that in I believe 2011.
2011.
Nice.
So 7.5 on this rye IPA. And rye IPA has its own IPA category, or was it just
It's there's a rye category, rye beers.
Oh, just a rye beer. So that's what it
Yeah,
won for the rye
yeah,
beer
yeah.
category. Can you tell us what kind of hops goes into this beer? Is it super overly hopped or just kind of a mellow hop beer?
It's in the middle. It's not overly aggressively hopped, but it's pretty hoppy. And we use Centennial, Cascade, Citra.
All the C's.
Yeah.
All the good C's.
The good ones.
Is it dry hopped heavily also?
Yeah, we dry hop it. We
West Coasty or maybe just kind of a standard.
I would say it's West Coasty, but not crazy like way hoppy West Coasty.
And that rye is going to give it a different feel to it.
Yeah, the
right?
rye gives it a little bit of spiciness that's not there in regular IPAs. A little bit more body, more maltiness.
Did you want to give the beard rating a ride on that last beer? Did you want to give it a try, or do you want to forfeit your right to beard rate? You can plead the fifth. You can plead the fifth on the beard rating
Give it
system.
4 solid Aaron beards.
I'm gonna give it. Oh man, see that's a whole nother scale though probably. I'm gonna give it 3.6 beards.
3.6. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So we're right on point. We're all on
We're right
point.
there. We all agree.
Yeah.
We gotta finish. See, he's beating us all, dude. He's getting down the line. We finish these beers. Go ahead and pour yourself. If y'all need a rinse, do what you gotta do. In a minute, we're gonna talk to Kevin Walker, owner of Custom Printed Beer Glasses. Who
That's
did these
right.
sick ass glasses.
Everybody's
for us.
asking for them.
And
yep.
I was trying to
Everyone
work
wants
a
to
deal
know.
with this guy for the Christmas party because I'm the broke guy. I'm like, what's up? Like, let's wheel a deal. couldn't work a deal with him, man.
Dino's like, I'll trade you some beer
Dude,
for
I
your beer
was
glasses.
playing hardball. I was trying to get it. I was like, hey, dude, let's throw your logo on there too. Whatever, bro. Like, it's not gonna work. I'm
Not
too
gonna go
broke.
down.
I'm just too broke. But what we're gonna do is throw a bash, anyways. You guys have to tune into that December 14th show and every
Nice.
show, obviously. But December 14th, last show of the year, partnering up with Beer Paper LA. Daniel fucking Drennan will be in the house. DFD.
DFD.
And we'll also have about 12 other breweries in the house, along with a couple other local companies. All have been guests throughout the year.
Yeah.
And we'll have a live band. The Selleck Brothers will be in the house.
Oh yeah.
Our what do we call that? The house band of the night.
Yeah.
It's our house band. But they'll be playing throughout the breaks and throughout the night, and it's gonna be a wild ride that night.
be
You're gonna want to
crazy.
tune in.
We replaced the exotic dancers
with
from last
with
year
the live band.
with a live local band of hairy dudes.
these are hairy and they wear a lot of denim. They both wear a ton of denim. But it's going to be a great show, and we're going to have a lot of good times. Many breweries going to jump in and out that show. And, of course, you're invited back. Every guest throughout the year is invited to this.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great, great show.
It's going to be awesome.
Moving on to the IPA. You guys got some? You got some? Show them what's up. Give it a big sniff. Tell me what you're sniffing on. Tell me what you're sipping on.
The 4 sniffs.
And we'll get to Kevin Walker as soon as I get my glass filled.
Oh, pour it up, Dino. Pour it
the
up.
the hop aromas are there. Actually, this is enveloping my head in those nice big kind of late edition dry hoppy aromas. Plenty of essential oil coming out with that. The rye isn't as present in the aroma as the hops are. And let me dive in with a nice big sip right here.
Everybody got some?
Oh,
Because I'm
everyone
going to
gets
pour a
some.
lot.
Nah, let me get some.
Okay.
Boss
You said
pouring
it
over
just in
there.
time. Dude, you said
Oh,
it just
yeah.
in time.
Yeah, definitely West Coast IPA style with that little hint of spice.
Yeah, not
Ripa.
every rye IPA is gonna have spice to it. A lot of people just think that automatically, but you're saying we should get a hint of the spice on this one, along with kind of a West Coasty style dry hopped.
Yeah, you should pick up some of that rye flavor for sure.
Is there a percentage that you use? Because it kind of varies when it comes down to it. As a brewer, is it up to you, or is there a standard kind of amount of rye that you're going to use?
It's up to you. I mean, rye's difficult to deal with, so different breweries use different amounts. If you use too high a percentage, you have problems in the brewing process usually because the rye malt is super sticky. It doesn't have a husk, so it's difficult to deal with. So, I mean, generally people do like 20% or something like that, or maybe or less.
20%.
And that's what this one has is 20%.
I think it's less than that. But
okay.
It's somewhere. I mean, yeah.
For me, it's also got a nice little malt backbone to it too. It's not like pure West Coast where it's just like no malt, but it's got a nice little malt backbone. Spiciness, a little pepperiness comes in at the end, but it hits you with that super hop right up front. The aroma, boom, mad hops. You get those Cascade Citra hops right up front. First thing you taste is citrus, like lemony type hops. Really kind of, I wouldn't say tropical fruit, but more of the like citrus lemony style. Then it kind of gets dry, little bitter, like any good IPA really does, and then kind of trickles off into the little spice notes. That's what my palate's picking up.
Very well said, Dino. Yeah, I mean, I get more tropical fruits in the aroma. The flavor has more of that smooth bitterness with a middling malt backbone, but the hop, it's like a mango pineapple.
Oh, so you're getting the
fusion.
mad tropical notes.
I'm getting more tropical notes. Yeah.
I was just getting like lemony, citrusy, but I'm gonna let this thing soak in for a little while.
Right.
Great beer. What's ABV on this?
7.5. 7.5.
Oh yeah, 7.
This is year round for you guys.
Oh yeah. This is one of our core beers. I mean, this was one of the ones. It's changed a little bit over time, the recipe, but I mean, this was one of our first 3 beers. So
Nice. It's
You know-
definitely well balanced.
Thanks.
Before we get into any more ratings, I want to soak this one in for a minute. We're gonna bring in Kevin Walker, owner of Custom Printed Beer Glasses.
Oh,
I think it's straight customprintedbeerglasses.com.
Right.
We're gonna get to them right now. These are the sweet glasses. Saying if you can bring it up.
Yeah, it's up.
Super sick glasses that he did for us. And obviously you can probably do any logo you want. Let's talk to Kevin right now.
Yeah.
Kevin, can you hear me, my friend? Hello, Kevin.
Good, fine, thank you. Nice to meet you.
How's it going? Usually when we have a caller on, we ask them if they're sipping a beer, and if so, what is it? Do you happen to have a beer in your hands?
It is a New Belgium Ranger.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nice little
nice.
Ranger. You sipping on the IPA.
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with our beard rating systems?
I am not.
So we rate beers here by beards. And your perfect beer is going to be 4 burly beards. You can call them Viking beards. You can call them whatever you want. Or the worst beer you've ever had is a clean-shaven face.
Right.
So on a scale of 1 to 4, what do you give that Ranger you're drinking?
I'd give it a 3.
A 3. A solid 3 beards.
It's a fair rating.
A nice IPA. Kind of easy. It's always there at the
Right.
liquor store. You can grab it for a fair price.
Definitely.
And
Yes.
go home and drink some Ranger.
Yeah.
A nice little beer.
Awesome.
Are you drinking it out of a custom printed beer glass?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I am.
You better be.
All right. What is printed on your glass? You know.
Well, I did a glass of years ago that we did a Vargas girl on that we put a ribbon over the top of the front of it so that you could see the full body on the back side.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
It was a unique job that I had done.
That is unique. That is inventive. Also, that's pretty cool.
Thank you.
I love the glasses that you did for us.
Yeah, definitely. Great job.
Thank you guys very much. Hey, it was a pleasure. Your producer, Elena, reached out to me, And like I explained to her, I was just really flattered. And hey, I'll send you guys some glasses to use on the show.
Yeah.
And go, man, go.
Hey, trust me, these are our babies. Like, we're babying these things, wrapping them in plastic every night after the show, just like making sure they last, because we know what kind of damage gets done here after hours when we're done to the show.
Right.
I imagine they disappear pretty quick.
Oh,
Yes.
they do. They do. We're down to only a few left already. But I want to thank you for making these, and I wanted to get people out there to know about custom printed beer glasses.
Right.
Is it customprinted.beerglasses.com?
Yep, that's the name of it. And
So that's pretty easy to find.
it is. It is. Yeah, customprintedbeerglasses.com. I'm a stay-at-home dad for the last 6 years and needed to make some beer money.
Yeah, dude, who doesn't?
So my father-in-law had a silicone pad press that was gathering dust and said if I could do something with it to go for it. And one of my buddies at Garage Night says, hey, man, can you print on a beer glass? And it just kind of went from there. I do this all by myself, and just being the stay-at-home dad and do the short-run specialty work.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is what I do. I don't try to compete with the big factories.
Yeah.
And I connect with really neat people all over the world, and I've done some really cool projects.
What was the coolest glassware you ever made?
I've sent some stuff to Norway that is just amazing on some very nice Pilsner glasses that was like the roots of a tree on Pilsner that was just amazing.
Wow, that actually sounds pretty.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds pretty dope. So if somebody wanted a custom printing, you can do. It sounds like you can just do anything.
I can if they work within my limitations of image area, and I try to stick with 2-color work, mostly single-color work. But I have a $40 setup fee, and pints are like $4.50 a piece, with no minimum.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my market.
That's huge. The no minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually had a brewery in here the other day. They were like, "How did you just get one case?" And we were like, "Yeah, we got hookups. Don't worry about that. Like, we got connections.
We know people.
We know people."
But
I take good care of the local brewers here, the brew club here in Spokane, also.
Oh yeah,
nice.
With their annual stuff, so they get sweet stuff. Their members get really sweet stuff that a lot of club members would probably like to have, but being that I'm here in their backyard, it works out pretty good.
Nice. So you do it all at home. You locally source as much as you can.
Correct.
Basically, no limitations. So what does someone do? They go to your website. They get a hold of you, or do they kind of custom do it right on the website? I don't know how it works.
Yeah. What's the process?
Everything that I do is individual.
Yeah.
I have a contact point on the website where a person sends me their email, and I contact them back and gather their information, create them a virtual mock-up, get it approved. They send me money, and I print and ship.
Print and ship.
Just like that.
Yeah.
So I was saying right before the break, do they have time to get in some orders before Christmas? If you're out there, you wanted some custom printed glasses for Christmas or whatever, is there still time?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I turn stuff around pretty quick, and U.S. Postal Service delivers pretty quick, too.
Yeah. So
awesome.
there you
so
go.
Basically,
Get your orders in.
It's all about these sweet
World's
glasses.
greatest dad. Send it to all your fathers.
Right?
Good job, Grandma. Get it printed out. She's drinking pints.
No, but think about all these home brewers, all Bookstack Brewing, all these brewers who are at home. They
that's
love to show
awesome.
off their beers at home. We got people over at the Kegerator. You get a case of these, and you have them stacked up or racked up. Dude, you're big balling, you're big pimping now.
I'm gonna get it.
I think any company.
I'm gonna get it.
Any company,
a lot of home
yeah.
bars. I do a lot of home bars. A lot of full bars with whiskey glasses, martini glasses, full sets for people.
Yeah.
All kinds of unique stuff.
That's awesome.
So you could do front.
thank
You could do front and back on the glasses.
Yeah, you can do it all, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
both sides and the bottom.
Oh, the bottom too.
See, hey, don't let the limitations stop you. Say you can go crazy with
Oh,
these.
yeah.
It sounds like
I'm definitely gonna get some custom printed beer glasses. Definitely.
you know.
Say Saint Diesel.
You know, for sure, you got
.com.
4 customers in this, in this studio for sure because we all love these glasses. We're like, we need more.
Definitely.
But
I try to do quality work. And produce a neat product.
yeah, you can tell. You don't have to worry about there's some kind of glasses out there. You don't have to worry about the paint you use or anything like that. I'm sure you've done all the due diligence when it comes to that type of stuff, right?
Yeah, I've got stuff in local breweries here, in restaurants. I just picked up a project today from a restaurant I've been doing work for the last 6 years. So they're industrial wash. They last longer if you hand wash them, but and not stack them
Yeah,
together
definitely.
like I see people do. But I mean, eventually they're going to show wear because they end up being people's favorite glasses.
Right.
It doesn't take long for them to, it's like an old T-shirt you wear out and then you're bummed. That's what I do more.
Yeah, it's
And I keep all the files and all the stuff to do reprints on hand.
Mhm.
And I've had lots of repeat customers come back, for gifts year after year for stuff.
Awesome.
So we're talking like $5 for a pint glass, and almost close to $9 for one of these sweet ass tulip glasses. Really, and no limit or no minimal number. So check it out. I know you got your logo out there. You're a home brewer. You want to get it slapped on a glass like this. It's pretty awesome. And they'll be here by Christmas if you want to stoke somebody out.
Thanks, sir.
I want to thank you for giving us some time, Kevin. We're gonna take as good care of these glasses as we can.
We're hand washing.
I know you can't make it out to the Christmas party, but if you want to call back in during that show, or maybe we'll just call you and bug you.
Cool.
but we're gonna be having fun that night.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Tina.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Kevin. We'll be in touch.
You bet. Bye.
All right. Have a good one.
That's right. If you
There you
want
go.
your beer glass printed, check them out. Custom beer printed glasses.
So I think we need to rate these beers. My glass is empty.
Yeah.
What
We're back here.
You wake up,
With
dude, wake up.
The Rye IPA, a 2010 GABF winner in the
What-
Rye category.
What gold or
Yeah, it was gold.
Gold medal, sucker.
just taking up golds and shit.
Boom.
Watch out.
Coming in at 7.5%.
I'll go with everything.
I'm getting a big tropical fruit aroma, smooth bitterness, nice flavor, dries out at the end. I'm going to give it 3.65
Whoa!
beers.
Well, you like it better than
I
the
like
sour.
I like it a lot. I think for an IPA it's super solid, and that little bit of rye spiciness just adds that layer of complexity
It does.
that I'm digging.
Rye was hot shit like a year ago. Everybody was using rye. I
Oh,
feel like
so last year, Dino.
I feel like it's so hot,
It was like 2014.
so hot right now, like Hansel. But no. But I feel like every brewery in the world was doing rye last year. And it's for. I feel like, as a brewer, you just said it's really hard to deal with. So I don't know why that was a really popular thing, but.
I think it's just something different. I mean, just to have a different take on the same kind of beers that people are used to drinking.
Yeah,
True.
And I think I had one brewer say that it was like a little bit to help out their hop shortage. They were like, we're going to use some more rye to bring out different flavors because we don't even have as much hops as we wanted to put it. But the rye, this IPA, I wasn't getting much tropical notes off of the aroma, yes, but off the flavor, I was getting mad citra. It's just
Yeah,
for me,
definitely
I wasn't
aroma.
getting all that tropical note. That peppery came in at the end. I think it's in between the. No, it's like a 3-3. It's in between the first and second beer. I really like the sour a little bit better, so and that was a 3.5. So this one's got to come in slightly under. A nice little 7.5 IPA though, with
Really nice, really drinkable, complexity, yet Balanced.
Boom.
St. Diesel, did you get some of this?
Yeah, definitely that rye, like the bottle says, is balancing out the real hoppiness they threw in there to be that West Coast style. So it does blend very good. Has solid flavor. The aroma does have more fruitiness and flavors in there than it tastes. Tastes like a good IPA. I'm gonna give it a solid 3.65 beards.
365.
I mean,
yeah.
IPA is just the hardest
Yeah, hey,
category
Hey, you
ever.
still rated at 365.
And
That's
that's,
a really nice little rating there.
It's very good.
I'm going to ask, but you do not have to rate. You do
What
not
do you
have
think
to rate.
about this beer,
But
Aaron?
well, this is a gold medal winner. So obviously, it's a really nice beer for. And it was in the rye category.
And it won about 5 years ago, right? When you came in the company, what happened?
Yeah, that's it, man. Everything went downhill from there.
Was that a coincidence or not?
Yeah. No, actually, I think what happened was, I mean, that's when the rye people started catching on to the whole rye thing,
Yeah.
and the category got a lot more competitive.
Really,
Right.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
It's flooded.
yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, but this is a classic, one of our classic beers. You know, people always ask for it. You know, when we're out at events, and you know, we're kind of known for it. You know, and I give it 3.7 beards.
3.7 beards coming in high. I guess you guys all liked it a lot more than that. Yeah, no, I still give it a good rating. I just liked the sour, and I gave the sour 3.5 a little bit better. We're going to take one more break. We're going to come back with Brews News right after this short break. We're talking a minute or two. Brews News up next. After that, we got a couple more beers to drink with Black Market and Aaron here. DMCradio.com, beer 30, 562-653-0707. Sweet custom printed glasses. We'll be back.
Am I right? Riding in my ride. Am I riding in my ride? Am I riding in my ride? Am I riding in my ride? I'm zoning, street riding in my ride. Where I'm going, I can't even decide. I need to take a breather, a reliever. I will see it when I see it. I'm a leaper, so I piece it. All I need is my speakers. Yeah, the beat to it and the speaker this on some deeper shit. I'ma eat with this. You can't compete with this. Keep the reefer lit, keep the heater hit. Call it cheetah swift. When I hit my destination, I need some drinks to sit and keep on going and keep on rolling. Frowning, I'm not going home. Papa was a rolling stone, traveling down this lonely road. Never know where he's gonna go, but oh so ready though. Calm like the calm before the storm. Life's a metaphor, can't ignore what's in store. Mechanic doors opening, I'm focusing, I'm hoping. I'm not hopeless. Everything that I've been working for, everything I've been hurting for, like the hunger that you can't ignore. It's right there and you can't afford to let it go. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. I'm just riding in my ride. In my ride, riding in my ride. Am I riding in my ride? Am I riding in my riding in my riding in my
Symphonies tuned to a level volume. Windows cracked to feel the chilly breeze of the spirits calling. Night lights crawling, ricocheting off the water. Vision in the rear mirror, plus I'm watching what's before me. 360 peripherals keep us in the middle, like hubcaps rolling through instrumentals. It's the minimal, Millennium Falcon, master movement, middle dimensional. Metamorphosis minerals, laser, DeLorean missiles. Megatron reassemble, coming together in the car with foreign symbols. Brazilian, African, and Castaneda. Say the math for later, for now just enjoy the flavor. Golden Babodi and Carney aside, I forget the label. Japanese tires around American rims on a European car. Beautiful but so bizarre. And it's all on top of a black top. Riding through space, light speed, time still at a racer's pace. The final race.
DFCRadio.com.
Tonight's beer selection is brought to you by Stearns Liquor at 4360 East Stern Street, Long Beach, California, 90815, with a huge walk-in fridge and the best craft beer selection in town. Also available in their new location in Bixby Knolls at 4100 Atlantic Avenue, Long Beach, California, 90807. Make sure you check out Stearns Liquor to get your craft.
DFZRadio.com.
Hello, welcome to Brews News Weekly Update. I'm Cody Brody. First up on the headlines, Ballast Point has been sold to Constellation Brands for $1 billion. That's right, folks. Another one of the finest craft companies, Ballast Point Brewing and Spirits, has been sold to alcohol beverage giant Constellation Brands for a record $1 billion, the highest amount ever paid for a craft beer company. Constellation Brands Inc. started out as a wine business in the 1940s and is based in Victor, New York. In the U.S. brewer after acquiring Corona Modelo and other Mexican beer brands. Ballast Point, founded in 1996, nation's first largest craft brewer, and has been a favorite amongst San Diego craft beer fans for many years. Known for the IPA and the calm before the storm coffee cream ale. Brewery sold over 122,000 barrels of beer in 2014, up from over 37,000 barrels in 2012, making Ballast Point one of the fastest growing breweries in the country. Just last month, they filed paperwork to become a publicly traded company. Constellation CEO Rob Sands said he approached Ballast Point after the IPO, saying he was impressed by the brewery's growth and profit margins. Ballast Point makes approximately $357 net revenue per barrel, putting in well above the craft beer average of $2.70 a barrel. We've seen a ton of acquisitions and mergers in the beer industry this past year, and as craft beer has taken more than 11% market share with an eye on 20% by 2020, the big beer companies are trying to get in on that craft action. As piss beer sales have been flat or declining in the U.S. in recent years, two beer categories have seen tremendous growth: foreign imports, especially the Mexican beer brands, and U.S. craft beer. Constellation is taking full advantage of its position as the leading Mexican beer importer, and this Ballast Point acquisition will fulfill the other side of its U.S. growth strategy, while piss beer giant AB InBev focuses more on penetrating Asian and African beer markets. As craft beer consumers, we need to be aware of the changes that are taking place in the industry, and we need to continue to support small and independent breweries. As many Ballast Point fans are likely disappointed with this announcement, we can take solace in the fact that we have more independent breweries operating in the U.S. than at any other time in our history, with more opening every day and many more in the planning stage. So despite the scourge of sellouts we've seen this year, it is still a great time to be a fan of craft beer. Cheers, folks. Number 2 on the headlines. A 106-year-old woman from Massachusetts has just confirmed the key to a long life. Drink good beer. That's right, folks. Sadie Snyder celebrated her 106th birthday last week and said the secret was that she has been drinking beer since she was 6 years old. That means she has been sipping on the delicious suds for over 100